Okay, you're in Microsoft Excel and you want to create a chart with 3 vertical axes. Now, Excel doesn't provide a chart type for this, so this is a workaround. Click somewhere in your data, go to the Insert tab on your ribbon, and in the Charts group, pick your chart type. So I'm going to select a scatter graph with lines between the markers. So your next step is to copy the chart. You can do that with Control-D on your keyboard and then just arrange the charts. So in the original chart, you want everything but the third series. So the third series in this chart is this green line. So you select it and then just press Delete on your keyboard. In your copy of the chart, you just want the third series. So I'm going to delete the other 2 lines. And then back to the first chart, we need to put the second series, this orange line, on a secondary axis. So if you just double click on it, and then over here on the right, select secondary axis, you'll see now I have 2 vertical axes on the original chart. Now, to improve the readability of the chart, it's a good idea to color the axes to match the color of the line that the axis is associated with. So for example, this vertical axis here needs to be this dark blue color. So I'm going to select that axis, go to the Format tab on the ribbon and change the font color to this blue. I'm also going to make it bold, Control-B on my keyboard. The vertical line you can also change the color of. So you'd go to Shape Outline, blue, and then I'm also going to thicken that line, take it up to 1 point. You can see that there now. So I need to do the same for the secondary axis here. This would be orange. Outline is orange. And the weight 1 point. And then finally, I need to do it over here. This would be green. Make it bold. Didn't make this bold, so let's make that bold. The weight and color of the line, I also need to set. So I've got my 3 axis color coordinated with the associated line on the graph. Now you might want to include tick marks on all of the vertical axes. I'll start with this one. So with that axis selected, you need to go over here to Format Axis. If you can't see this, just double click on the vertical axis. You need to make sure you're on this button here, Axis Options, and expand tick marks. And where it says Major Type, I'm going to choose Outside, and I'm going to do the same over here. Now let's deal with the chart titles. So over here, I'm just going to write the title for the chart. So that's in the original chart. In the copy, we just want to replace this text with a space. If you delete the chart title element, it'll mean that this chart will be a different size to this chart. So you've got to leave it there, but make it invisible. Now I'm just going to remove the background to this chart. So if I go to the Format tab, chart's already selected, Format tab, Shape Fill, No Fill. That means I can overlay it on top of the original chart. So this is the kind of look we're aiming at. But the problem here is that this third series needs to start where the other series start. So what I'm going to do is change the minimum value on the horizontal axis in this chart. So I'm going to double click down on the horizontal axis, and I'm going to change the minimum bounds value to -15. You can see that these inputs are increments of 15. So if I press enter, I then need to change the maximum value back to 200, because that's what I've got in my original chart. And I also need to change this setting, vertical axis crosses. I need to select axis value and then -15. Now that has dealt with this problem where the line in this copy of the chart now starts where the other lines start. But we need to make a few other changes. So I need to make invisible this horizontal axis. With that axis selected, Go up to the Format tab, and I'm going to change the font color to no fill. I'm also going to change the outline to no fill. Now I can also get rid of the grid lines in this chart. So click anywhere in the chart, go to this plus button and deselect grid lines. Now I can overlay the charts on top of each other. So your aim now is to get these markers to line up on the chart, and you're going to have to do that by stretching the chart. So I'm just going to move this over a little bit so the first markers line up, and then I'm going to stretch out this side of the chart. Okay, now in the legend down here, we need to move the legend for the copy of the chart over to the left. You may want to play around with its position. Now what we want to do is get rid of the outline on both of these charts. So I'm going to select the copy of the chart. You can do that up in the top left hand corner there. Go to Shape Outline, No Outline. Then I'm going to select the original chart, and I can do that down in the bottom right hand corner there, and do the same thing, remove the outline. So now we need a kind of box around the chart, and I can do that by drawing a rectangle. So I'm going to go to the Insert tab on the ribbon, Shapes, Rectangle. I'll just draw a rectangle over the charts. Now the outline needs to be quite thin, so you might go for 3/4 of a point. And your fill needs to be white. Then you right click on your rectangle, center back, and it sits at the back of the chart. Now the last thing to do is to group together all of these objects, the two charts and the rectangle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the rectangle, then I'm going to hold down Control, I'm going to click on the copy of the chart, and then on the original chart, and I can do that down here. So all three objects are selected. Go to Shape Format, Group, and then Group. And now the chart moves as one object. The only thing I'd probably do here, just looking at it again, is I think I'd stretch the copy of the chart this way a little bit as well. It is a matter of just playing around with it, but that's pretty much there. Okay, that's all I wanted to cover in this particular video. Hopefully that's useful. If it is, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next video.